Hello, I'm Lanavi, and I'm going to be talking about the parenting style that I think I was raised. I think, in my perspective, I was raised in the authoritative style, and that style is the parent which gives reasonable demands and consistent limits and expresses warmth and affection, and it also listens to the child's point of view. I feel like that's more of me growing up because once I got to my teenage years around when I was 13, I wanted to, go out with my friends, go to movies and things, but I didn't know how to talk to my grandparents because I was raised by my grandparents and they're really strict. Like, they're really strict. And so I was like, anytime I ask them something, they gonna automatically say no. Like, I already know the answer. So one thing I had to learn was communication, and I really do feel like communication is the key to any relationship that you may want to have with your parents or anybody. So I had to gain that with them, and I had to talk to them and tell them, like, I want to do this, and I'm not gonna be out here doing this, that, and the third. So I wanted them to always, hear me out. And if they were gonna say no, I still asked anyways. Like, that was just me. I was just always the curious one out of everybody. I was still gonna ask, even if you said no. I'm still gonna ask. One of my examples for this is that, like I said before, my grandparents are pastors, and they always want the best for me. And so they will always want me up under them. They will always, I'm going with them everywhere I go. It's like I'm always up under them. And I never really went with my friends because I was like, well, my grandparents are always gonna say no, and I'm scared. So I found a way, and I was like, I'm just gonna go ahead and ask them. And I sat down and I told them, we're gonna do this, we're gonna do that. Their parents are gonna be there, and I gave their numbers, and they were okay with it. They was like, as long as you let me know where you at. And they were very understanding, and I think that's really the key. Once you get that point where they start to understand where you coming from and actually listen to your point of view. And so I just wanted to tell them I wanted to go out and have fun, and that's the big thing. I feel like communication is the number one thing. So one of the statements that I agree with from the book is when it says American children raised by authoritative parents tend to have higher self-esteem and social skills. I agree with this because I feel like when a parent just lets their child go out and experience a little in life, they see what the bigger world is. They get very social because you run into so many people while you're out there. Everything is not going to always be all sweet and good. You're going to run into some people, but you also have that moment where you can meet so many other type of people. So you're very social and you're very interactive. I feel like another way I agree with that is because you have you have a high self-esteem because you have your parents right there behind your back 24/7. Like, they're giving you big encouragement. They just want the best for you. And so that's how my parents are. They encourage me to do anything. They know that I love singing. They encourage me to keep going. And even though I do ask to go out and go with my friends and do this and the third, they just like, as long as you be honest with me. I feel like honesty is the key as well. If you just keep it 100 with them and you tell them exactly what you're doing, where you're going, who you're going to be with, that gives them the trust. And I feel like I built that trust with my grandparents. Like, trust will get you a long way, but lying to them and not telling them where you at and getting into trouble is only digging a bigger hole for you. And, I did have that little patch in my life where, I was hard-headed and disobedient and I wouldn't listen. And so, they had to be that strict parent on me. And it was like, you're not going here because the last time you didn't go, or you say you were going to go, and, you catch yourself up into lies. So I feel like that's my parenting style. And I just really thank you guys for listening.